first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 34.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 28. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 29-yard line.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
At the 11-yard line.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Check three.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Hey, here we go.
On second and 9, Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up first and 10 at the 20. A first carry from a collegiate star here in Wisconsin. It's Jonathan Taylor. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
brought down at the 20.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down now, it's Taylor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Tyler Ervin back deep. On the return is Ervin. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Rodgers now on first down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 45-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, to get everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back to Taylor on first down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in pro.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
First and goal.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try to get things settled down a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
You better bring it. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And some room to work. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. To throw is Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Colts 7, Packers nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down at the
early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready? 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Y'all not ready. 53's the mic. 53 is the mic.
Here's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here's Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
I'm coming after you. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers, incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And it's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Go.
To throw, it's Rodgers. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And it bangs off the right upright. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through, and this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tackle made.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Rivers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
58, boys, 58.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. DeForest Buckner forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, and his throw is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
He'll get this to Lazard. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
It's 4th down.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a...
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll start by handing this off to Mack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Colts.
180. He's coming.
Rivers hands this one to Mack. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
380.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Here's Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Complete to Jack
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
First down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
390.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
58's the mic.
On second down, it's Mack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Throwing Rivers. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage, there to knock that one away.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing is Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
88. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up. 58's the mic. 26. 58's the mic. Watch the run.
To throw again, Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Results in a fourth down.
Just what it's our time and legends are gone and we don't know why. So before they go, look here, go toast, so give them a rose while they still alive. I'm feeling like Will. I feel like a prince. I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills. Cause I was a blessed with no one can feel. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex. They told me to chill. I'm making a flip.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. And again, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rocky Sin.
Rodgers' pass intercepted by the Colts. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll run it. It's Mack. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half.
With the score.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. 2nd half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd down and 8.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Here's Irvin to return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Their own 39-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Watch the flag. Jump out. Watch the flag. Motion. 58, boys. 58.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Intercepted.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on first down. Taylor looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
So white 90, 390.
They'll run here with Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Marlon Mack, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And he pushed it right. It's no good.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. Second and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's a completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to it, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 47. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
First and 10.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now a toss running left is Mack. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at
Watch the pass. Check 13. Check 13.
staying on the ground with Mack. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
3rd and long for Rivers. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Colts 26, Packers nothing.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
To move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll go again to Jones. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LREs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing over your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No reason reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Rodgers now on first down. His throw incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing again. Rodgers. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Packers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. On play action, Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception.
You know they pay me.
It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
4-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers, got to have this one. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, a dump underneath to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Stop your whining. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Looking deep for Adams. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go right back to Mack. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
A 7-yard pickup.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. He's got his tight end, Burton. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Mack. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2.
Again, it'll be Mack. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for Rivers. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game, and privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot.
Oh, when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Rivers pass intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
258.
So we got man. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Oh, yeah.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
I'm about to take you to school.
Hey, take 26.
To throw again, Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I liked about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.
I don't know nobody.